Welcome back to another Live2D tutorial. Today I'm going to show you how to open and close the mouth as well as make it move with the face movement. So let's get started. So I'm going to show you the three parts that make up the mouth on my character. There's the upper lip, the lower lip, and then the inside of the mouth. So as you can see, it's not just lines, but it's also got just a bit of the face that's attached to the lip to cover up the inside of the mouth. So what we're going to do first is I'm going to create a deformer that's the parent of all three of these pieces. So I'm going to highlight all of these, just holding shift and clicking all of them. And then I'll create deformer. Make sure set to the parent of the selected object is selected. Make sure it's on curved surface, and then I'll hit OK. So now there's another deformers tab here, and you can see it made a deformer. So once again, I'm going to shrink this. It's Control and Alt, and then I could drag this to shrink the box only. Now that I've done that, I'm going to create keyframes on angle X and angle Y. So when the face moves, my goal is just to make it so that I could have the mouth move with the face. So I'm going to right click angle X, angle Y. On angle X, I'm going to add 3 keys, and angle Y, I'm going to add 3 keys. And then I'm going to hit OK. So when I right click this left green dot here, the face is going to be looking to the left, so I want to drag my mouth over so it looks about normal. So that way when he turns left, the mouth also goes with it. So now I'm going to do the right side. Then I'm going to do up. And I'm going to do down. So I got left, right, up, and down. And to do these corners, I'm just going to go to parameters and synthesize corners. I'm going to make sure parameter 1 is angle X and parameter 2 is angle Y, and then I'm going to hit OK. So now these should be synced. They might need a little bit of an adjustment. You can adjust them a little bit if you want, but I'm going to just keep mine the same. So that's how I get the mouth to move with the face. Now there's also going to be opening and closing the mouth, and there's a separate bar for that. It's down here in mouth open. So for this one, I'm gonna create keyframes for my upper lip and lower lip. So I'm gonna highlight both of them, and I'm gonna right click mouth open, and I'm gonna add 3 keys for them. So as I slide the bar to the right, the mouth should be opening. So I'll hit OK. So to make this easier, I'm going to make a line here that I could easily move the mouth with. So I'm going to click on upper lip, and I'm going to click this pen button here. Same thing that we did with the eyes. And just make a line right on the mouth here. Just the mouth line. I'm going to make as little dots as possible so it's not hard to move it. Maybe I'll do this here. There we go. And I'm going to also make some for the lower lip. So just go lower lip, hit the pen button, and just do the same thing. Make it as smooth as possible. And I'm going to rename these. So this first one was the upper lip, so I'm just going to say upper lip line. And hit enter. And then for the next one, I'll do lower lip line. We got our upper lip and lower lip lines. So as you can see, we got something that makes it more easier to open and close the mouth. So I'm going to undo this here. Now what I have to do is I also have to make keyframes for these lines, because if I don't, if I adjust the upper lip and lower lip for these new keyframes, and I try to go back, these lines won't go back to their original position. So what I'm going to do is highlight both these lines and then make keyframes as well. Just go to mouth open, add 3 keys, and hit OK. So now when I go to this next one and we adjust the mouth position for both these lines and then the lip themselves, when I go back, everything will go back to its original position. So anyway, I'm going to go to this middle dot, and I'm going to go to lower lip. We're just going to halfway open the mouth here. And I'm also going to move the upper mouth up a little bit, make it look a little bit more natural. I think that's pretty good. So as you can see, the lips and the lines go back to their original position. There we go. So I got them halfway, and now I got to make the last keyframe, which is the mouth fully open. I know it doesn't look that great. You could always make adjustments as you go. But this is basically how you have the mouth open and close. You can try to use a clipping mask if you want, but I would think that if you did, when you try to shrink down the inside of the mouth, the drawing itself would kind of cripple up. Because it works for eyes, because the background's just white, but when you try to do the inside of the mouth, you're going to notice things shrinking and folding up on each other. So if you want to try to clipping mask, go ahead and go for it, but I recommend just making upper and lower lip covers. It just seems to be easier. So for the mouth deformer, I'm going to make another line here. I'm going to highlight the upper lip and lower lip, get the pen tool out, and I'm going to make another line. So after I made my line, I'm going to highlight the line, the upper lip, and the lower lip, and then I'm going to go to mouth deform, add 3 keys, and hit OK. So as you can see, its default is the middle dot here. If I go to the left, the character should be frowning, and if I go to the right, the character should be smiling. So I'm going to start with the right one, and we'll just kind of make the character smile a little bit. I'm just going to try to make very subtle changes here. And then I'm going to do when the mouth is frowning. So let's do this here. And then I'm going to go ahead and test it. So yeah, that's how you make the mouth smile or frown, and open and close. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video.